Hey everybody, this is Stephen Andrew, and I just got in my lucky tackle box for September. We're going to be going through everything that's inside of it. And I got this really early this week, so I was pretty excited. Here it is. Kind of broke it open already. They actually didn't put the sticker in the right spot, so it was kind of a little wonky when I first opened up the box. And inside of it, got some really cool stuff this week. The one thing I noticed in this month's box is we have they don't really have the little paper that says everything that's inside of it, but they do have this right here. So they kind of put it inside the magazine. It always comes with the Fish Hound magazine, and I really like that. It makes less clutter in the box, and if you lose that piece of paper, I always keep my magazines in the boxes that I have. I keep the boxes. Maybe I'm just a dork like that. I don't know. But it tells you what's in the Bass XL. I just get the regular Bass one, so I get to look at it and be like, oh man, I didn't get two cool baits this week. Month. I keep saying week. Month. And it tells you what comes in the inshore and the trout. So I kind of like that, because then I'm like, well, you know what? Maybe I'm kind of missing out just getting the bass box. Maybe I should get another one, but who knows? I've been interested in the multi-species one. Maybe I'll get something like that in the future. But let's just dive right into the box. So nothing's too expensive in this month's box, but I think it's all pretty decent stuff. I was pretty excited about this. It's called a Zero Gravity Jig. Custom lures unlimited, and it's just like a little weedless jig with a little skirt on it. And you could just pitch it like this. It's supposed to slow fall in the water, or you could put a swim bait, a hog on there. It seems like it's pretty versatile, and I actually might end up using this fairly soon. I get bits and hookups on things like this more than any other kind of bait out there. Then we have this. This is pretty cool. It's from Lunkerhunt hatch spin. I like this brand. I'll see them in this brand in like Dick's and stuff like that. This is a 1 ounce. This is a little tiny little you know crankbait, whatever you want to call it. I guess like a spinner. It kind of has a little spinner on the end. It's very like kind of a custom lure. It's heavy though. It's 1 ounce. So I don't know if you can read it on the box behind it. It says 1 ounce. So this is a weighted lure. It looks pretty cool. This is for like deep lake fishing. And it kind of sucks because I was just at the lake, which is why I don't have last month's box up, because I did a short, quick review of everything inside the box. Not even like 2 minutes worth. Just went over everything real quick. Then I was supposed to go out to the lake, which I didn't end up doing, which kind of sucked. But that's why I'm just going to be doing more in-depth reviews of what comes in the Lucky Tackle box, and if I get out and actually use them, that would be a whole different thing. I didn't catch anything. I forgot to bring my camera last time I was at the lake, so whatever. It was still fun. And so yeah, there's this. I would bring this out to a lake. I wouldn't throw this out in any shallow water at all, because you're just gonna hit the bottom and get hooked snagged up on things. And then next, I've never used plastic frogs before. I feel like I would put this on the Zero Gravity Jig head and kind of paddle these around on the bottom. I might actually try that today. I might go fishing out later today, so I might try that tactic, or just put it on like a little worm rig, Texas style. That'll be fine. Let's see. I was stoked about this. Anything from Biwaa is dope, because they are a really good brand, and I just think that Biwaa, I've always gotten snagged, hit, not snagged. I've caught fish. When I say snagged, I mean snagged in the fish's mouth. I've usually always get some kind of response to Biwaa and their products. I think they're just high quality, and there's something about this this like dark sparkle. I don't even know what it says, because it doesn't even say the color on here, but it's basically a black with like blue sparkles in it. And the tail of them, I don't know if it's supposed to be like that, but it turns into this kind of like this green pumpkin color at the tail, but very subtle. It's very dark still. I feel like you can finesse this. You could jig it off the bottom. You could just do a Texas style. I feel like this would be a very versatile worm, and you would hook up on a prism. Yeah, it's a prism high density stick bait. But I feel like you get a lot of hookups with something like that, especially here in Texas. And of course, just some outside hooks. Gonna use these. Gonna have to. I don't know. It comes with these little swivel and snaps. I don't know about that. You can see that in there. I'm not a big fan of oversized swivel snaps. If you're gonna use swivel snaps, just use the smallest size 10 or smaller. Nothing. You don't need anything that has like the testage of over 20 pounds. So something like this, I probably won't use these swivel snaps. If I do use a swivel snap, it's just more for user friendliness of not having to tie knots constantly, but it can affect the way that your bait in the water, and it makes extra noise. And anything that's just high profile, that like you obviously can't hide a hook, you can't make that disappear, but little things like extra hardware that you can make disappear is never a bad thing. But you know what, in murky water, gold or brass, anything that will cause a little bit of extra reflection and shine, it might not actually be a bad thing. I have these little gold beads in murky water. I always toss them on, so something like this might not affect. It might actually increase your chance of the fish seeing, kind of getting that first initial sight reaction. So notice it. So that might actually come in handy with something like that. Those are those little subtle things you got to play around with and kind of figure out on your own. Well, that's it for this Lucky Tackle Box review and unboxing. Once again, keep fishing and stay adventurous, and I'll see you guys in the future. Bye.